changes could be coming to the Star City.
Roanoke leaders have created what they're calling an innovation corridor. It's to promote the successful research and entrepreneurship happening in the city with hopes of attracting even more.
So what is this all about? Well, 10 News reporter Jessica Jewell is live to tell us all about it. Sounds big, Jessica.
A lot of exciting stuff happening here. You see construction still well underway on Virginia Tech's Biomedical Research Addition. But this is just one piece of a pretty big puzzle. City leaders are hoping development like this will inspire even more by making a big push for Roanoke's Innovation Corridor. It's a collaboration of partners from the city, Virginia Tech, Carilion, Radford University, and others. The original plan was to concentrate on developing a physical corridor down Jefferson Street. Now the focus has shifted more to branding Roanoke as a center for innovation and a multi-million-dollar biomedical and tech hub.
I think we're going to start to see more students. Hopefully the goal is to bring in more businesses, have more spin-offs, and build a very vibrant corridor that shows the world this is the work that we're doing, and it benefits both the people here and in the community as well.
As part of the city's efforts to craft a common brand to unify the corridor's partners, they've just launched a new website, RoanokeInnovates.com. It will showcase the work of each of the partners and hopefully attract more development. Coming up tonight on 10 News at 6, we'll break down some of the numbers for you and show you just how big of an impact this innovation corridor is making on the economy here in the Roanoke Valley already. Live in Roanoke, I'm Jessica Jewell, 10 News, working for you.